akia, akia. Ninaoga jamani, ninaoga, sielewi nini inatendeka, kwa sababu vile wajitolea kunipenda mimi sijazoea. Ninawaza na tena ninapanga vile mimi naweza kutoroka. Hisia zangu ambazo zinapanda zinanifanya kuogopa. So perfectly, how can it be now that you're with me? I can't seem to believe that this is for real. Unakazana, unakazana, nakataa. Wajaribu kusukuma, nakataa. Nimejenga ukuta kaziba, ufa uwezi ingia.
Zimeni bamba, zimeni ukweli wangu wa dhati ndio hii. Wanishikisha, zimeni bamba, zimeni ukweli wangu wa mambo ndio hii. Wanishikisha,
nakutamani, nakuhitaji mama, siji kukosoa kwani uko poa mami. Run it up, back it up, wacha nikupende, oh yes. Nakuhitaji mama, siji kukosoa kwani uko poa mami.
your body, when you girl, I know body, breathe, I step, pull up the receipt, girl, I pull up the receipt. My boy and my Benz, they go bambana. Girls, they be rocking it one by one, 5 step, pull up the receipt, girl, I pull up the receipt.
Nakutamani, nakuhitaji mama, siji kukosoa kwani uko poa mami. Run it up, back it up, wacha nikupende, oh yes. Nakuhitaji mama, siji kukosoa kwani uko poa mami. Run it up, back it up, wacha nikupende, oh yes. Zimeni, bamba, zimeni. Ukweli wangu wa dhati ndio hii. Wanishikisha, zimeni, bamba, zimeni. Ukweli wangu wa mambo ndio hii. Wanishikisha, Oh na na na, show me that your love is real. Oh la la la, pull up slow, real close to me. Nakutamani, nakuhitaji mama, siji kukosoa kwani uko poa mami. Run it up, back it up, wacha nikupende, oh yes.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is the 20th of July. The year is still 2026. I welcome each and every one of you on this very chilly and gloomy Monday morning. At least that's what Nairobi is looking like. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. And yes, you are indeed tuned in to the Power Morning Drive Show with me and Wanyoike. Happy New Week. Happy New Week. I hope you are gearing yourself up for a fantastic start of the day. As so am I. But yeah, it's always good to see you. It's always good to have you join us right here when we do this all the way till 10 in the a.m. Right. Let me tell you how you can get in touch with us. Of course, you can do that by our social media handles. That is Power Radio across all socials. We would all absolutely love to hear from you. And also, you can find us on our YouTube channel. That is Power Radio across YouTube. Please head out to our YouTube channel and subscribe. It really goes a long way. You can also find us on our website, www.power254.org/Power Radio. Right? Now that you're here, let me tell you what to expect on today's show. And of course, you know how we do it. We definitely start off with looking at the situations of our roads this morning. So I'll do a little bit of a traffic update. And then the weekend was heavy with a lot to talk about and a lot to think about as well. So we'll get into the newspaper review in just a moment. Then later on, we are going to be having a conversation with two of my guests already in studio. We are going to be having a conversation about the outcome or the aftermath of the all Kalou by-election. Hiyo ilikuwa drama ama haikuwa drama. We have so much to talk about from the lead up towards the election to the DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagwa's speech after the win. And then what does this mean? Is it necessarily a litmus test towards the 2027 general election? So that conversation coming much later on the program. But for now, let me look at the roads situation. Let's see what is happening on our roads this morning. And I start off with Thika Superhighway, which is for the most part not looking too shabby. We just have a little bit of traffic as you make your way from KCA University, as you make your way down towards Globe Roundabout. Same situation also happening along Kiambu Road from the DCI area is a no-go zone. Please be guided as well. Then we have Limuru Road not looking too bad as well. We only just have a little bit of a snarl up as you make your way towards the United United Nations area. Red Hill Link Road looking very, very good this morning. Nothing much to complain about. Same situation also happening along Lower Kabete Road. Hakuna mambo hapo inaendelea. I also can see that the Wanyoike way, not much going on as well. Things are looking okay on that end this morning. Let me see what is happening along Ngong Road. Ngong Road pia, things are moving. We only have just a little bit of a snarl up as you make your way towards the Coptic Hospital area, but it's surely moving, so nothing much to complain about on that area. Then Langata Road also, nothing much to complain about this morning. Things are looking okay on your end. Mombasa Road, we have a bit of a snarl up, especially around the Capital Center area heading towards Bellevue, so please be guided as well. Then from Embakasi down towards the Cabanas bus stop, things are starting to build up a little bit as well. Jogoo Road, not moving, especially as you make your way towards Stadium, but then after that, things clear out. And that is what the roads are looking like this morning. But in case where you are, there is any incident that you would like us to know about, please at us. We would like to hear from you. The hashtag to use is hashtag Power Morning Drive. We'll take a short music break. We'll come back and we get into our newspaper review. Do keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio. Ngoja kwa umbali sikuoni, sauti nasikia, imekuwa siku mingi, nimekupa siku mbili, ujionyeshe nyumbani, jumwangaza ukitua, nina hili la kusema. Wewe jipe shughuli, nenda jipe shughuli, yeah. Wewe jipe shughuli, yeah. Nenda jipe shughuli, jipe shughuli, yeah. Matunda yameiva, si kazi yangu kuyachuna, na mwaka umepita, hujaonekana nyumbani. Wewe nimeongeza miezi mbili, ujionyeshe nyumbani, jumwangaza ukitua, nina hili la kusema. Wewe jipe shughuli, nenda jipe shughuli, jipe shughuli, wewe jipe shughuli, yeah. Nenda jipe shughuli, usiku kitandani nalia, nikiuliza uko wapi wewe. Usiku kitandani nalia, nikiuliza uko wapi Usiku kitandani nalia, nikiuliza uko wapi wewe. Usiku kitandani nalia, nikiuliza uko wapi wewe. Wewe jipe shughuli, jipe shughuli, nenda jipe shughuli, jipe shughuli.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Pawa Radio.
Umenitesa nimetosheka, roho imezoea, ukitoka ninajua leo sitatulia. Kile nafikiria huna idea, yale napitia I know you know. I watch you put on makeup, standing by the mirror, your vibration is familiar. Yeah, it's a trigger, nakumbuka ukiweza kunifurahia. I wish you would stay, but I know you moved on. Nakujua tena sana, nikikuona najua kile unawaza. And you know, naeza jua ukidanganya. So I find it so confusing when you lie, love. It gets so lonely, usiku tanipata na mawazo. You say you love me, but najua uliniachanga kitambo. Najua uliniachanga kitambo. Oh, najua uliniachanga kitambo. Nimezeeka, so sitakasirika. Nimeona ya dunia, sitalipishia. Ukitenda utatendwa, kwanza na unayempenda. Binadamu akiumia, bado atarudia. Nakujua tena sana, nikikuona najua kile unawaza. And you know, naeza jua ukidanganya. So I find it so confusing when you lie, love. It gets so lonely, usiku tanipata na mawazo. You say you love me, but najua uliniachanga kitambo. Najua uliniachanga kitambo. Oh, najua uliniachanga kitambo. Oh, it gets so lonely, usiku tanipata na mawazo. You say you love me, but najua uliniachanga kitambo. Najua ushamua misi wako.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
So fresh is on the beat. AUJ, run this.
Oh, yo, better. Yo, better queda na design, you know. Yeah. Oh, yo, better. Yo, better queda na design, you know. Yeah, yeah. Da-da-da. Naga inya wete kiate nidwaya maugaga. You're not good for me. Now they got nothing, no we. Tuko mahali they wanna be. Yeah, you are my fire, yeah, yeah, yeah. Milele you and I, yeah, 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 yeah. Tumeteana, yeah, 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 yeah. Nadido mahali.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Pawa Radio.
I say like you care, like you care, like you care. Rangi ya mdomo kwenye shirt, nina uhakika ile marashi siyo yake. Bado yuaja kwangu kitandane, akitaka tu banane. Risiti kila kitu mbili, hamejaa maalama kwenye mwili. Bado yuaja kwangu kitandane, akitaka tu banane. Anamlala na siyo siri, siyo habari. Anamlala wala fichi, siyo habari. Niliambiwa kupenzae atakuchiti hadharani. Niliambiwa kupenzae atakustiri hadharani. Jaribu kundanganya kama wanijale, kama wanijale. Jaribu kundanganya kama wanijale, kama
vile sidanganyi unasema mimi nadanganya. Utasikizaje masikio yako shazibana, macho yako yanaona vitu na kuna kitu nafanya. Hapo ndo tumefika na kuongelesha nikiona unaona niko guilty, haimata kitu nitasema. Ndani ya roho inaumizwa, nasikia wivu nikiona wale wanapendana bila kushukushuku sana. Ile inafaa vile unataka kufanya fanya leo kana panda cheo nipande kana shuka basi nianze kutafuta stage ya mine. Yeah, jifanye kama una care pia utaniamini uone vile na kuchange ya mine.
Jaribu kundanganya kama wanijale, kama wanijale. Jaribu kundanganya kama wanijale, kama wanijale. Jale, 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 jale. Jale, 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 jale. Like you care, like you care, like you care. I said like you care, like you care, like you care.
Never let you down, never will. Sanaipenda shin to the chilla.
Anamlale, na siyo siri, siyo habari. Anamlala, wala fichi, siyo habari. Jaribu kundanganya kama wanijale, kama wanijale. Jaribu kundanganya kama wanijale, kama wanijale. Jale, 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 jale. Jale, 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 jale.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Alrighty, that is Sanaipe Tande, the one, the only, you know, the real goat. Najua jana, I shouldn't be saying goat because some people's goats yesterday were supposed to be on the win, but now he went home without a win. But I digress. It's Sanaipe Tande featuring Nyashinsky with Charlie, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive show. My name is Wanyoike, and thank you so much for sticking around with us, or sticking around with us. Yes, and as promised, my guests are already in studio with me, and I want them to introduce themselves. I am joined by two distinguished gentlemen. We will start with the one who is on my extreme immediate left. Yes, karibu sana, Mr. Mike.
Amazing.
Yeah,
thank you for having me. I'm Mike,
Yeah.
human rights defender. The CEO of Wakilisha Hub, and let's get into it for the aftermath of Kalou. I'm
Let's
very ready
get
for
into it.
the
Let's get into
conversation.
it. Yeah.
Yes, and let's see. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Yes, and a gentleman on my extreme left. Karibu sana.
Asante sana. Very well. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jeremiah Muuo. I am the executive director at Semezana, a youth-led digital platform where we have conversations geared towards change, and very much excited for the conversation we are about to have this morning on All Kalou, because I mean, it has set precedents for the next election which is coming up, and I'm very much excited for us to debunk that. And thank you for having me, Power Radio.
Yeah. And you know, now that you're here, maybe people have never necessarily heard about Wakilisha and Semezana. We would like to hear just a little bit about your journeys to with the two I guess movements, organizations that you are running. So we can start with Semezana. So like, what was the genesis behind Semezana? And what are some of the things that what is your message basically?
All right. First off, I'm very excited for that airtime.
Sure.
For us to market what you do.
Yeah.
Semezana is a youth-led digital platform and organization, CBO, but in the CSO space, where we engage young people, especially from high institutions of learning and communities, in conversations around gender equality, youth and governance, mental health awareness, quality education, and environmental sustainability. We've been in existence for the last 2 years. 5 years, oh God. We will be turning 2 this September on the 12th. Yeah, and through that, we've been able to do quite a lot when it comes to really advancing the work of civic awareness, especially among young people, conversations around the constitution. And I'm very much excited that we are joined here even by our sister organization, Wakilisha Hub,
nice.
because we belong in a consortium called the Katiba Hangout.
Okay.
So it's part of the work that we do.
Yeah.
So that's Semezana. Follow us on our social media
Please,
platforms.
by all means.
At S_Emezana across all platforms, even on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Yes.
And which team were you supporting at the World Cup?
I was supporting Brazil because
Okay.
I've been a big fan of Neymar.
Oh, okay.
So when Neymar left the chat, and
You
then
also
Ronaldo
left the
went,
chat.
I left the chat, but I was hate watching.
Yeah.
So I love Messi.
Yeah.
But yesterday night I was, it's time for the young kid to come on board.
Right.
Yamal. So
Oh.
yesterday was Spain.
Okay, yeah,
Way
go
to
Spain.
us.
Everyone now is a Spanish matador. That's everyone.
Dulce
is a
mi
Spa-
amor.
Oh yeah, everybody. All right, Mr. Mike Duncan, tell us about Wakilisha Hub.
Amazing.
What are you guys doing? What's the incredible work and the story that Wakilisha Hub is all about?
First of all, I'm
Yeah.
so happy to say this. And having Spain won,
Yeah.
it makes me ridiculously happy.
Ridiculously.
Wow. So yeah, the guys waiting on Messi.
You are the
sure,
guys who are
sure.
like, got enda nyumbani wewe.
Kabisa.
Enda nyumbani.
Tumekuwa tukisupport every team that has been going home. What do you mean?
So ni machungu.
Hey,
Oh, my
therapists are
goodness.
going to cash in.
Let me tell you, therapists are going to cash in.
Yes.
Hey.
And the TV industry as
Oh
well.
my goodness, for sure.
It has been such a journey.
Yeah,
But
2 months zimeisha tu hivyo.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Spain, thank you. The new Kalou.
Yeah.
Tunawapenda.
Ni Kalou.
Amazing.
funny. Yeah.
So Wakilisha Hub is basically an organization for legal aid and legal services and civic education. That's why we partner with people like Semezana doing civic education and bridging that gap between the marginalized people and people who can't access the law. And we aid them, give them legal aid, education. We have been into different counties providing legal aid, and it's so much interesting interacting with such people and finding out there is real issue and real problems back there. People don't know how to access the law and how to access maybe even our Kili.
Yeah.
And they think they are very expensive and all that. So bringing it to them, it's such an honor and you feel so nice doing such work.
Yeah.
Yes. And also my sister organization here, we've partnered also teaching people about the law in some time. The Katiba Hangout, which is about to happen actually this August.
Again?
Yes.
Well, the last one also was in...
It was in February.
Oh, it was in
Yes.
February.
We have an online one on 30th of this month.
Oh, great.
And then a physical one on 29th.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know the dates, the venue?
The dates indeed communicated.
Okay.
Venue Watege Posta.
Watege posta?
Yes.
Sawa sawa. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's all for Wakilisha Hub. And we are so happy to onboard that and to bridge that gap.
Love that.
Yes.
No, it's incredible. And I think, even the beginning of this, we're talking about governance and civic engagement and education. And today's conversation is going to be geared about the outcome of the All Kalou by-elections. I mean, there's so many things and so many aspects of civic engagement and political engagement that I know we will get into later. But just right off the bat, like when you look at the outcome of the All Kalou by-election, what was your initial reaction? And I'll start with you, Mike Duncan.
Wow, I was so happy.
Ridiculously not happy. You said when Spain won, you became ridiculously happy.
Yes.
So with the outcome of All Kalou, you are not ridiculously happy?
I was extremely now happy.
Okay, and why so?
I feel like people are now enlightened. And looking back to All Kalou, I feel like the civic education there was too much. You could see people like Medu teaching them how to vote, how to do things, and how that mentality of now people are now enlightened. They know what to do. They are not in the dark. And I was engaging with somebody last Saturday, and he reminded me that people keep forgetting. So our job, for it to be easy, it's let's have our mindset that people will forget. So let's teach them every time, keep repeating, so that it will be easy. It will be easy. Yes.
Jeremiah, I mean, you told me you've been following this very closely. And I wonder, from where you sit, what does Kalau's by-election outcome mean for you as a Kenyan, but also mean for us as a country? Or just basically, what were your initial reactions?
First off, congratulations to the people of Kalou for the choice which they made. By the anonymity of the votes they gave to the winning candidate. When I saw the results on Thursday evening, I remember being extremely excited. Extremely. Keyword.
Extremely.
Yes, because I mean, we had seen how the state was very intentional to disillusion the choices that the Kalou residents are going to make for their constituency. From the handouts which were given to the outpouring of the police officers, which is normally intimidating. When you see hundreds of police officers close to you, I don't think you even feel safe anymore. You feel intimidated. But that day, around 6 a.m, I remember following up on the news and I saw queues of people lined up to vote for their leader. So with the outcome which has been out for them, for me, what it means to me is that it has set precedents for the next year's election. But still, it is an awakening that there is much to be done. Because the receiving of the mattresses, of the gas cylinders, that's our money. It's alleged that 1.3 billion shillings was used for the elections. That's a constituency. Does it mean we'll be seeing development when we are voting? Come next year, if every constituency is to receive 1.3 billion, where will development go? How will it look like for us? So that's what it means to me.
That's, well, I mean, there's so many things that, came out of this. And as you've said, for sure, the DCP party leader, Rigathi Gachagua, in his acceptance speech or his victory speech, because the incumbent member of parliament, Samuel Waweru, is also with the DCP party. He was able to say that 14 billion, he was alleging that 14 billion Kenya shillings have been poured into projects just within the time of the by-elections. And of course, as you've said, 1.4 billion Kenya shillings in terms of cash handouts and bribes, right? And I don't know whether you guys have seen these memes flying around that there are 4 things that cannot be bought by money. Time, space, I don't know what the other one, and Kalou residents.
Sharp boys and girls.
Yes. Kalou residents have refused to be bribed, So when you look at that, this entire, like the narratives around bribery and trying to kind of buy your way into and make your way into an electorate, do you think it's going to fly in 2027? Because a lot of people are saying that this was supposed to kind of mirror a litmus test towards the 2027 general elections. But we are here now with a very vigilant electorate that wamekula fair, but wamesema bado tutavote wisely. So do you think that this is like a new dawn? Are you comfortable or are you confident in that we are not going to get ourselves in situations where we are intertwined and intertangled within within the masses of the political class?
I think I'll go first.
Sure.
I will say it's not still something to bask around to be happy. Because we've known the state to be very deliberate in strategizing new ways of countering what happens. In Bere and the other by-election which happened, the two, we saw how the state machinery was used to bring around even goons alleged, even to bring even officers still to intimidate people, something which happened in Kalou, but the residents really stood their ground. But the aspect of the handouts, for me, is what is not sitting right. Because us having an independent electoral body standing and saying not all handouts are bribery, then that gives a green flag that come next year, then that can happen. And trust me, as we've said, the work that we do, we've been conducting civic education among people in our communities. Still, not everybody knows that when you receive cash, you don't have to vote for that candidate. our mothers in the chamas who are very religious, and which is okay, they believe kama alikupea pesa yake rudisha mkono. So if my mom is going to get that 200 bob to vote for this certain candidate, for what she knows, I can't eat the money, I have to reward back and end up voting for the wrong person. So still, with it being a litmus paper for what next year looks like, that does not mean we need to sit down. As the state is strategizing, because that's what is likely to occur in the entire country, we also need to be deliberate to do the same by conducting more civic education among our people, by also calling out those bribery and handouts, because still it is not right as per our constitution. It's still a defiance around our constitution. Also, where is the fairness, even as I close, among candidates? We had 9 candidates in the Kalou ballot paper, but only 2 stood out. Of course, maybe because they were popular, but at the very same time, they had the most resources. That's why the 2 were the most popular. Where did these 7 go? Does it mean they did not have time and people to go and vote for them? It showed that an equal playground for all candidates to vie for that seat. Then that will translate still come next year, where we're seeing a lot of young people very intentional to vie for positions. Now imagine me going against Mike, who will have received 1 billion to campaign, and I have 100,000. Why is the equal ground? That will be my submission.
No, you bring a very good point there. So then now what then becomes our solution? What are we supposed to do? Because, you know, politics is really about resources at on a bigger scale.
Absolutely. The thing to do is, even before we go to the campaign financing cap, which has been there, but in 2022, before the elections, the MPs said, let's put a hold on this. We won't state the figures, but we'll circle back to it till to date. It has never happened. But what we can do as the electorate is this. Fine. She has 1 billion, he has 100 million. You know what? If the handouts are coming, let's eat the money then. But what matters is how we are going to vote. Because still we've seen people in this country get to the elective positions without even removing a single shilling to give out as a handout. The examples of the Tumeru, young, gentle people. We had these babes from Bomet, the woman rep. I don't think she had the machinery to bribe voters. Toto, yes.
Toto,
In as much as she's not been able to do the work as the Bomet residents expected, her campaign strategy worked because people believed in her vision. So what we can do as a people is to really look at candidates who have this vision and back them up. Money in or not. Yes.
I think it's very insulting that we still are getting ourselves in, I guess, jumbled up in politics of mattresses and gas cylinders and beans and chapati and unga fly and all those things. Don't you think it's very insulting for Kenyans? And in a way, we should have moved on and kind of matured a little bit politically from such handout politicking in this country. What do you say to this?
First of all, even from whatever you're saying, I feel like we have normalized bribery so much that it is so common that we are talking as if it's supposed to happen. In the first place, it's a criminal offense. Provided by the law, and actors, what are they doing? We have the National Police Service. They're not doing investigation, which is their main work, and take these people into account. The IBC also, they have the mandate to stop such actions and stop such stop such people from going into office. Even the ESCC, they have all these mandates, but what are they doing? So for us to move on from all those handouts and all those, I believe each and every actor in this field of election process has their mandate to do. Even us voters, when we see if people believed in Toto, that means we can believe in people from from their analogy, not from whatever they are giving us. So but anyways, they would term it as development, whatever they term it. But why this time? Why in between election period? Atukuona, we have not seen these handouts before. There is even a campus build in Nyandaro because there was none. all this because of the name of election, and it's a by-election, mind you. So what does this depict come in 2027?
Yeah.
Even having the cap, the campaign finance cap.
Yeah.
So all this money to be used in an election. So what do we mean? What are we setting out as the picture here? I think we are supposed to move forward from that. Yes.
I also think one of the things that really stood out this time around is the citizen vigilance. And I mean, we'll talk about the goons, allegedly the state was behind that. And by the way, I'm going to read word for word from, I was listening to the speech that the DCP party leader, Rigathi Gachagua, former deputy president, when he was giving his speech during the outcome of the by-election, and he was basically saying that to hold the people that meted out these goons, right? Because we did see a lot of goon violence, and this is actually a big headache, especially in the political climate that we're finding ourselves in towards 2027. So let me just read a couple of things. In his words, I quote that we must hold these leaders accountable, and he actually called them architects of this bloodshed, because actually one person was killed during the all Kalou violence. So some of the names, when Wamunyoro says that it is time to drain the swamp, he means draining the swamp. So he said that allegedly some of the people that notable names that these goons were getting their orders from was Dennis Itumbi, Anne Muratha, Eric Wamumbi, Charles Karondo, David Gikaria, John Kawanjiko, Irene Joki, Wamuthende, Kimani Ichung'wah on the financing, and the list goes on and on. So you come back to now thinking about, these are very prominent people in the ranks of government, all right? So there is the state, there is the state actors, then there is the people, and then there is the goons and the violence that was meted. What does I think it paints a very grim picture for us, and especially towards the 2027 general elections. There's so many things to say about this. So one, accountability. Where is accountability? Number two, do you think these people that have been named, if at all they are investigated and found out that they were the ones giving out the orders to the goons, any accountability is going to come to them? Then number three, goon violence. I mean, I call it the economics of goonism in this country. It's becoming too normalized, and I don't think we are ready. I don't think we are very well prepared to deal with what is coming our way. Yeah.
I mean, looking even at our neighboring countries who have conducted elections in between 2022 and this year, from Tanzania to Uganda, it is even Rwanda. Yeah. It is very clear that the acts of violence are not going to lead us anywhere. Countries like Haiti are, victims of such kind of processes being done. And what saddens me the most is, still in the same speech, the DCP leader alleged that women were raped.
Oh yeah, he did.
From the elections.
He did. And he actually said up to 64 women were raped.
Yeah.
And this viewer discretion, but some of the people that were sent out allegedly to the sexual assault were saying that you will know that Ruto is the president. Like that's from his speech, that was he was able to say. Yeah. So yeah.
And now you can imagine what that means even for women who are the major voters by majority, who are main actors even in supporting these politicians to vie for those offices. Either as they are mobilizers, as they are campaigners, qua ground, and women were sending goons to women. It is so sad.
It is quite shameful.
It is very shameful. Yeah. And what this means for 2027, even looking at the Kofi Annan report, which came out with over 84% possibility of us experiencing violence. And we are about 20-something. So we saw 207, which is 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We don't want to see that again because that we know how many steps it takes us back. Yeah. So it is a place of citizens. it is a place of the government, as you're saying, where is the place of accountability to ensure that this does not recur, to protect the people, to give the people the right to come out and exercise their right of voting and their freedom of making choices of who they want to lead them. If it is 1 term, if it is 2 terms, so be it. And it is very good of the IBC to continuously make sure that the citizens trust them on that. Because when they stood out and said, if what we are seeing in Kalou with the insecurity now, we will have either to postpone or cancel off the elections. What does that mean to the people of Kalou? It's such an injustice because they deserve to have a leader like any other constituency in this country. So does it mean next year, when we see that deliberate effort by the state to sponsor guns where we won't have security in this country, then we'll continue having the city in government? It won't be fair. You see? So it is our work, all of us collectively, to speak peace, preach peace, and ensure peace is within us. To close it off with what you saw with Kalou, the guns were arrested by the residents, stripped off, and they are the ones now who gave these names. They are people who we know. And what we've been able to see even in some of the areas, some guns we don't even know. They are carried from places and brought in the morning. You wake up like the ones who came with the SUVs. They are not residents of Kalou. So it's the place of IPOA. It's the place of the office of the public prosecutions to make sure these investigations are done to get those people off the books.
No, and you bring up a point, and I want to bring it to you, Mike Duncan. You know, today the Daily Nation actually, the story that they're leading with on their cover page is empty talk. And, you know, this is basically saying that there has been incidents of armed goons disrupting political events, mainly those involving in opposition leaders and government critics, and some of these have been reported. And by the way, in the words of, for example, Amin Mohammed, who is the Director of Criminal Investigations, and Douglas Kanja, the Inspector General of Police, some of the major events that the Daily Nation is capturing this morning is, for example, on the July 19th, the CS Murkomen said that DCI has opened an investigation file to establish who these individuals are, crimes they committed and who they harmed and why they were there, so that appropriate legal action can be taken. We also have a promise from the IG himself, Kanja, on the same July 19th, that security is a shared responsibility. The police cannot do it alone. We must work closely with communities to ensure the country remains safe and secure. In a way, this feels that, according to the newspaper today, is that it's empty talk. Like, we will be here again. We will be here again countless times, where leaders come, they give us their empty promises. We are pacified, sort of, with investigations are going on, but seemingly nothing ever happens. So when you think about the 360 approach to how we deal with curbing violence, especially when it is state instigated like it is right now, what do you think we are missing as a nation? And how can we ensure that we sort of secure ourselves? Because again, the community, wawili wakipigana, community ndio huwa inaumia.
Sure. And this brings me back to the protest victims. So you kill people and then you say you are going to compensate them. So you sponsor goons and then you open investigation, open files. You know, one thing I would like to put it out is election is not a do or die thing. It's for representative to show up and the citizen to elect the people they think will represent them in the best thing, the best whatever they want there. So it's not a do or die. So I don't know why we are fighting for all these positions as if it's something that if we lose we are going to die or something like that. So I think that should be the case moving forward for the politicians, even for citizens. Choose somebody who is going to represent you in a better way. These handouts that are being given, you'll receive them now, but when you receive them again, when will you ever see your representative again? You know, you've been given this thing like the Mbere, going back to Mbere North.
The by-election.
Yes. We had the what are those steamers thing?
Oh.
The
Electric poles and
yeah,
transformers.
the transformer
Yeah,
been taken, and we are like, so after the by-election all these goodies will go. So we right now we are seeing kits of people giving back mattresses. I don't know if you have seen them.
I have seen. Yeah.
Atileta mattress sasa. Even Gachagua saying now there are MP who are coming silently.
Yeah.
They want to join now the winning side, as he quotes.
Yeah.
And he's telling them to come during the day when everyone is seen, not at the dark. So that should not be the case. Let election be a system where we are voting for people who are going to represent us well.
Yeah.
Yes, not because this one has more money, this one.
Yeah. I hear you. Jeremiah, I wonder, these goons and violence, what is it a symptom of? Does it reveal something about the immaturity of our democracy, or what do you think might be going on here? Is it that we have insecure politicians where they're like, oh my God, what can I do, or what will I become without me being in power? Like, what is it contingent of?
Okay.
Yeah.
At one point, I remember seeing a certain leader.
Yeah.
Hey, I never even want to call them leader. They don't deserve it. A certain politician. Because what we've witnessed even since the government came on board, whichever party, whichever seat, they've all been politicizing everything.
Yeah.
So I won't say we have had a leader equally to serve the people.
How sad.
How sad for us. But Kenya being a democracy which has been looked up to by a lot of African countries.
Is it still a democracy?
Unfortunately, what we've witnessed for the last 5 years, I think we need to call it a new name. But over time,
Kakistocracy.
Kakistocracy or something.
Kakistocracy for sure.
Or Kasongostrocracy.
That part.
Yes, but with time, since when we got our new constitution 2010, over time our democracy was actually looked up to because it seemed to be sober, for the people, by the people, as it is defined. But now with what we are seeing with the politicians bringing on goonism, well, now that leader was saying, right now even every MCA has his own goons. Every MP has his own goons, every senator, and equally a governor. And alleged even our president has his own
It's
goon.
bad that even the goons have their own goons.
And the goons have their own goons.
It's that bad.
It's that bad.
Yeah.
And they're not only even the physical goons we are seeing. I do a lot digitally.
Right.
And over time, we've been seeing a lot of state-sponsored hashtags, especially on Twitter.
Digital goons?
Digital
That's
goons.
a thing?
It's a thing.
My God.
Who are countering actually the organic feeling
Yeah.
of the people on the ground on what they are putting out online. You see? So now what happens on this is not even about the insecurity of the politicians alone.
Yeah.
It's additional to weaponized poverty.
Yeah.
When people are poor, then they are vulnerable to be controlled. The people who are coming out in the streets as goons, it's us young people, especially the boy child.
Yeah.
They're paid that 500 bob.
Yeah.
Go kata those people with mapanga, go steal from them. Like what we saw even in a church.
Yeah.
The cathedral, when people are taking part in the public participation of finance bill. And when you are arrested, you are beaten up, you are arraigned in court, this politician is nowhere to be seen. Same to what we saw with the Kalou guns.
Yeah.
They were sent by the politicians, allegedly.
Allegedly.
They were beaten up by the people, presented to the police station. They will be in court either today or they were arraigned on Friday. Where is these politicians? Have they sent lawyers to rescue them? You see? But it's because they are poor. Even with the briberies that we see with the electorate. Did they hear that we do not have mattresses to sleep on? Yes. And that's why that could speak to a voter.
Yeah.
GOK mattresses.
GOK gases.
Hey, my God.
GOK boats.
Yeah.
So when poverty is the biggest thing that a lot of people are grappling in, which stems from things like unemployment, it's then the loophole that the politicians use to maliciously use or misuse the electorate.
Yeah.
Not even to speak for the electorate.
Yeah.
Us having a whole MP in a certain county called Kisii, buying 3 Toyota Prados to go campaign with because the roads are terrible in his own constituency. Omera, stop playing us for a
Omera,
fool.
stop it.
Because now that aspect should speak a lot in how he carries the electorate of that constituency. And it will be very sad that he will come with those Toyotas on ground. People will jump on them Mheshimiwa amefika, and they do not see the bad roads he will level them with for the next 5 years. So to conclude, I will say, despite the point of the insecurity of every politician that they have to own guns, they have weaponized the poverty that Kenyans are grappling in, the increased cost of living that we are suffering in, from fuel to education to everything, to the basic commodities, to make sure that they weaponize it to misuse the electorate.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a very good point, and I would like to continue this conversation much more, but I think it's a good time to take our first break right here on the Power Morning Drive Show. It's top of the hour. It's 9:01. We are in conversation with Mr. Mike Duncan, the CEO at Wakilisha Hub, and Mr. Jeremiah Muuo. He is the executive director at Semezana, and we are talking about the outcome of the fiasco that was the all Kalou by-elections last week on Thursday. That conversation continues after this short break. Please, if you have any questions for our guests, make sure you get in touch with us on our social media handles, and we will handle you. See you in just a moment.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Picture perfect, yani wangu na mini wake. I love how we love in silence. Watangoja sana tuachane. Baby, slow down the motion. In my heart you dey cause a commotion. While I nani when nimengoja. I wanna stick to your program. Baby, slow down the motion. In my heart you dey cause a commotion. While I nani when nimengoja. I wanna stick to your program. Sunrise, you're the one that makes me feel nice. Wanna give you loving all night. Hakuna kwanga special, kwanza ukifunga leso, unaniacha kwa mateso. Jeso, Jeso, mtoto ni marembo, oneni she's my angel. Hakiniacha ni mateso. Jeso, Jeso, I know you are meant for me.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Nikupende mama, sitaki mwingine, aushi usiniache, usinitende mama, usipende mwingine. Moyo wangu ni mwepesi, umenikalia chapati, nafanya vituko kama chizi, kukupenda sitasizi. Moyo wangu ni mwepesi, umenikalia chapati, nafanya vituko kama chizi, kukupenda sitasizi. Sura yako mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, na tabasamu lako maua, mzuri mama, Mama, usikose lolote, pete nayo nikuvishe, nikuoe. Mama, usiende popote, jumoyo wangu ushakubali, umenikalia chapati, nitakulinda kama polisi, itabidi nikumari. Moyo wangu ushakubali, umenikalia chapati, nitakulinda kama polisi, itabidi nikumari. Ile sura yako mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, yeah, mzuri mama. Natabasamu lako maua, mzuri mama, yeah, mzuri mama, oh, mzuri mama. Na figa yako kama ya chupa, mzuri mama, baby, mzuri mama, yeah, mzuri mama. Na sura yako mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, yeah. Piga dance kidogo, piga dance kidogo, dance kidogo, piga dance kidogo, dance kidogo, piga dance kidogo, dance kidogo. Sura yako mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama. Tabasamu lako maua, mzuri mama, oh yeah, mzuri mama, yeah yeah, mzuri mama. Sura yako mzuri mama, mzuri mama. You're so beautiful, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama. You're so yeah. Piga dance kidogo, baby dance kidogo, mama dance kidogo. Na figa yako kama ya chupa, piga dance kidogo, baby dance kidogo, mama dance kidogo. Na tabasamu lako maua, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mama dance kidogo. Niwe, 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 niwe.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
Woman, you want peace somewhere, girl. Yeah, yeah. Kalou want peace somewhere, girl. It's your fault, my heart is stolen. The mastermind is you pay. For the streets I'm off, I'm taken. My love was Usakutebuche. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Only like a thief in the night. Baby, you made a haste to my heart. Yeah. Ooh, yo, yo. Omokwate, wololo. Ooh, yeah. You wanna mission, you never miss. My heart is in your possession. You stole from me. Now bad girl heart is stolen. The mastermind is you pay. For the streets I'm off, I'm taken. My love was Usakutebuche. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Only like a thief in the night. Baby, you made a haste to my heart. Yeah. Oh, yo, yo. Omokwate, oh, yo, yo. Oh, you left with my soul. Yeah. Think I would fall in love again. Think I would feel alive again. Yeah. I would feel alive again. It's all because of you, my babe. You stole my heart away.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If you're just joining us, it's okay. We are still in our conversation this morning, still joined by Mike, Duncan, and Jeremiah Muuo. We are deep in conversation about the All Kalou by-elections. You know, a big, massive congratulations to Samuel Waweru, who is now the incumbent of the All Kalou constituency. He was going there with the DCP ticket. And we are talking about the outcome of that by-election. Right, so as we continue unpacking what that last week was, there's something that happened during the by-election, and this was the arrest of journalists, right? And Alan Sademba, I understand now he has been released, but he had been in police custody for since that day for 2 days, so he's finally free. But also we had journalists from Nation Media also who had been arrested, and some of them were just like barred from their work, really, in just capturing what was happening. I mean, still in 2026, we're talking about a democracy where press freedom is supposed to be guaranteed, but we look at it and we are seeing deflection. I mean, isn't it a tired gag by now? Yeah. What do you think about this, Jeremiah? And then we'll hear from Duncan.
Being somebody who really enjoys local media a lot, it is very sad that on Thursday, we had an NTV news cameraman tased, cameras seized, and the reporters whose phone was also seized as well. That still defies to the freedoms that protect our journalists, as well the freedoms of media coverage. Same to equally what happened to Alan Sademba, was arrested by DCI on the allegations that he has no permit to film or cover the Kalou elections. 2 days in the police custody, did not get arraigned in court. Still, why was he arrested? So you see, when we have such kind of happenings come about, especially around the election period, then that should get us worried as well. We had Standard Media, which was still attacked by the government. I think that was what was making news last month, with the president crashing out terribly on Standard Media. But that should get us worried and make us still fight for the freedoms of press come next year. Because does it mean we'll go back to the days of Muuo, where VOK was the only airing station
media outlet
for Kenyans? So that will be my thought.
I mean, in the age of social media, seriously, you cannot necessarily regulate the kind of information that goes out to the people. It's the news before the news. Twitter will tell you before TV or Citizen will tell you. So there's to use corporate jargon, I think the state is boiling the ocean here. It's something absolutely impossible to kind of deflect information from going out there.
Well, I think we are a country of that abides the law. That's what it said. We don't know. Or what we see, it's a deflection from that. And it's so sad that as a democracy, we have now to, there are certain people who seem to be above the law. And that is so saddening, so sad that people will get away with whatever they are doing just because they're in power, or just because they know, or their proximity to power is so close. So I think that's so bad, and there are freedom that are enshrined, and we need there is also a clip that was circulating about Ruto saying the press should continue doing before he was president. The time there was a disconnect between Ruto and Gideon Moi, calling him bro. So that time there was a video circulating about Ruto defending media, saying even if they are circulating propaganda, it's their job. So why get in power and then do alternative to what you are fighting for earlier. That speaks a lot. And let media give people the information that is there. And I feel if it's we have enough intelligence and enough people to regulate these things, so it's not upon the state now to capture them in that manner, tasing a journalist because he's filming and all that. Let people know.
Something else that also came out of this was Daniel Miringa is the founder of Civic Tech, the People's IEBC. Yes, and it was an innovation that was like a parallel IEBC where they could vote. They could they could count the votes coming in, and his platform is pretty amazing because we once again see young people at the forefront with digital innovation, helping voter credibility, corruption mapping. And so as we gear up to the 2027 general election, what do you think the place of digital innovation is going to look like? Because this was one great example, and kudos to the People's IEBC. Do you think we're going to see more, especially with mistrust in our public institutions? Like people just really don't care for what the IEBC does, as it stands right now.
I think yes, we're going to see more innovations because innovations are brought about by need. When the IBC's needful duty to assure citizens of a free and fair elections is not depicted through public perception, then people do their own thing. Mkona hiyo yenyu lakini tukona yetu pia. And with the young people being deliberate to kuwa kadi na linda kadi. It's what now we saw David Miringa come around with Daniel Miringa come around with the people's election. I was very impressed with his idea, and it tallied accurately, equally to what the IBC had done. Meaning if also there were mismatches, he could have been able to detect together with his team. And seeing even with all Kalou residents doing their own way, something we've not seen in the country, ask police officers to open their bags, see if there are votes inside there.
That was iconic.
It was iconic. I was like, Beyonce, that's you.
Yes, Beyonce. Happy birthday, Beyonce.
Please. So it's quite a good template. Not the rightful one, because we should have been having the IBC working and people trusting in it. So us also seeing people having to force police officers open their bags. Of course, it's the needful to do, but not the right thing to do.
Sure.
Because we are assured by the constitution the IBC is going to do its job. But now come 2027, which is a very delicate election for us as a people, then innovations are likely to come up. Still deliberate actions like that one of opening bags is likely to occur. And I'm proud that in this digital era, innovations come up every now and then. With the finance bill, we had people translate the bill into local languages. We had websites created to sign petitions and sent to parliament. So still next year, let's see the bright minds of Kenya. The recipients of free education by Kibaki do their thing.
The recipients of free education.
Let me ask for context about Daniel Miringa. How does it work, the people IBC?
I mean, I'm actually looking for him. He should be coming either next week so that I have that conversation. Now,
is it IBC that key in the information, or how does it go? I would like to know also.
I saw he had a segment on NTV last week. He was explaining it. Yes, Fixing the Nation. But I did not also get to sit down and understand
like
how he gets access.
I think he has like agents on ground.
Yes, that's what he said.
Who are accredited as well.
Yes. But it's a very interesting...
You're a sharp boy, Daniel.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Daniel Miringa, man.
Also, if you haven't reached out to him, reach out to him and be an agent to your constituency, to your ward. Let's also help.
Do people know that they can be agents? Talk to us about the constitutional provisions of that, and requirements as well.
Of people being agents? Yes. I think being agent is... you have to go in a certain training in IBC and so that you can know the whatever is required of you. That's what I can say for now.
And also we have institutions like ELOG, which train even election observers. So we are very optimistic that they will be able to be in the capacity to train more election observers between now and 2027.
I hear you. Now, let's shift gears to now Wamunyoro himself as a leader. I mean, first of all, 1 year formed DCP, just literally as a phoenix rising from the ashes, coming from an impeachment that was unconstitutional, but the court did what the court did. And so looking at Rigiji as it stands right now, so he rolled out some of his plans that he has according to the strategic plan of the DCP party, and he said that he's commending that within 1 year of operation as a party, they've already managed to get 1 MP. They have an MCA in Kakamega in Nairobi. But he also said that the nation should look out because for them, they're not going to stop until they have 20 governors in government, 20 senators, 145 members of parliament, and 720 MCAs across the country. Is this too ambitious? Is it such a far-fetched dream? Do you think they are onto something here with the DCP? Let's start with you, and then Jeremiah can chime in.
I think with the trajectory that we are seeing at the moment, that's not too ambitious. It can happen. At this point, we shouldn't doubt Gachagua.
He has proven himself.
Yeah, he's really doing some work which are God-sent, and I don't know. Yeah, I think his ambition is quite nice, and let's see. We are all against the government. Yeah,
I'll come back to that. Put a pin on that.
I think for me, I'll say he's ambitious. Too overly ambitious.
Too ambitious?
Yes, because with DCP being 1 year into the country, there has been existing political parties. And in Kenya, we are very much aware that political parties are ethnic based. That's one we cannot ignore. We have ODM, which is so prominent in the Lower Nyanza. We have Wiper Party, so prominent in the Lower Eastern. Same to ODM again in the coastal region. So still 20 governors, cool. But these parties still exist. They are still also ambitious as well. And there are people like myself, public disclaimer, who are not pro Gachagua, you see, because it's still not an option to have the seat in government. So, of course, we want to vote for candidates based on party lines. If we have a good governor who is very aspirational for the people running for DCP ticket, well and good. If we have an MCA running on ODM who is very ambitious and for the people, well and good. But within the timeline that we have towards the election, upscaling to such numbers, for me, it's quite an overambition. But he has his own machinery that is giving him confidence that yes, we are likely to do this, but he will still have to bypass a lot, or he will have to include a lot when it comes to the existing political parties which still hold ground to the people. Yes.
On it still, the discussion that we are having earlier, we've seen Kenya, they do against. So who is the against here for the current position, the current governance? It's DCP. So I think him saying that, he's quite sure of what he's saying, and he might get that. People will associate with the so to say the winning team to get the votes, to get the position. People don't care of how they'll get there, but they want to win. That's the end game. Yes.
Yeah. So are we categorically saying then that he's sort of have risen up to the legitimate opposition leader? Because you see, with the ODM's leader Raila passing on, we obviously are in this position. We do not know. We've never had quite an iconic opposition leader like Raila Odinga. So I think we are also kind of struggling to figure out, okay, then who is it? Who fills the shoes? So are we saying that Wamunyoro is on his way towards that, or he already is that? Because then, if not him, the Linda Mwananchi faction with Sifuna being also the one that the people are pushing towards this opposition leader position.
I think we can confidently say he is actually already our opposition leader.
How so? What are the evidences?
With us having Baba pass away, may his soul rest in peace. Kenya was left at a very vulnerable state. because in every government that we have, the work of the opposition is to keep that government in check.
Yeah.
It is the one which calls out the injustices. It's the one which calls out the malicious things being done to the people and speaks for the rights of people as well. And we've evidently seen Gachagua speak through that even while he was in office before he left with the Gen Z protest. You remember him holding a presser in Mombasa? And now his tone was very different from what the government was saying.
Yeah.
So with him being able to speak for the people against the atrocities government is committing, as well as him also carrying a big faction of the sitting government. I mean, we still have MPs, MCAs who are voted in under UDA, but they're in DCP. And they're so anti what UDA is saying.
Yeah.
We can confidently say he's a new opposition leader, but still, to wrap it up, the opposition faction is quite huge.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the likes of Martha Karua there, we have the likes of Kalonzo,
Maraga.
Maraga. Yes, and
Boniface
Mwangi
Mwangi in his own right.
In his own right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, but one thing also the people are calling for is for us to not have a divided vote come in 2027.
Sure.
This faction has to unify behind one candidate. We've had the likes of Matiang'i show interest, Boniface Mwangi, Karua, all of them. We really can't, we love all of you. We can't have all of you in the ballot because kuna wangu ni Boni, kuna wangu ni Karua, kuna wangu ni Kalonzo. But if we are to get one person from that faction to come against the incumbent president, then we are likely to confidently say the opposition is working and get a good candidate.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Looking at it also, somebody like, let's say Raila, peace be upon him, he built his what? His legacy and his chama within 4 decades, or trying to run for president and all that. And we can see he mostly put his ODM party like a regional thing, of which you're seeing Gachagua is going in the same trajectory. He's using the Mount Kenya as his region to enhance him grow to be the biggest opposition leader. So I can say he can become strong with that. And he's now the opposition leader.
You know, actually, I
because
sorry
for interjecting,
Sure.
we have seen now parties now joining him to form now in the UDA in a coalition.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. Actually, during that speech, a lot of things really came out. First of all, he said that as you've seen, there is no gap in the Mount Kenya region, and he said that he's going to take it upon himself to mentor the next leaders in the region. Do kingpins make themselves, or it is the people that make the kingpins? Because, this, if I do say so myself, I don't think it's going to cut it in this country. So, yes, opposition leader nationally, that we have established. But Mount Kenya region kingpin, do you think he has the title? Do you think he has whatever holds water for him to be that?
I don't think I would label him as a kingpin because I think the people are the ones who make the kingpins.
Right.
But we're past the era of kingpins and queenpins.
Why
Because it's
so?
still in that same Mount Kenya where
Yeah.
people vote for a UDA candidate. Why did they not follow the king? But I look also forward to days which will also have queenpins. Now if kingpins exist.
Yeah.
Because we've had incredible women like Ngilu from Ukambani, where Kalonzo is considered the kingpin.
Yeah.
But with that trajectory of him being the voice of the people of Mount Kenya, evidently, it's still sad. Because I would say Kenya has over 42 tribes, yes, but we are unified by one country.
Yeah.
Sisi ni wa Kenya.
Yeah.
And this is very prominent now with the rising electorate, where we do not now value ourselves on the basis of tribe.
Yeah.
So I think the politics of kingpins, their days are almost due. Yes, it's still there, but they're almost due. And I will have national leaders who are unifying bodies. Because if we speak for Gachagua as an opposition leader, the way Baba was not only for the Luos, was there for somebody who is in Coast, somebody who is in Garissa. So Gashagua's alignment as a kingpin to Mount Kenya and him calling himself or people having a perception that he's an opposition leader, he should speak for the entire country,
Right.
not only the Wamunyoro community.
Yeah.
You see? So for me, I think my submission will be, yes, we have kingpins who are made by the people, they don't make themselves.
Yeah.
But the days of having kingpins are almost due. Yes.
Also, in the same context, reflecting back to all Kalou, the proxy was between UDA and DCP. We had 9 candidates, but these two stood out, and this makes us look at it, and we can see clearly that DCP thrashed all Kalou, thrashed UDA. So I can say he's the kingpin because I've not seen any other that has come out so far. And people will pay allegiance to him. He has taken that mantle, and power is taken. And he has taken it, and people will also give it to him. So I think, he is the kingpin of Mount Kenya.
Yeah. Perhaps starting local and then now
Yes.
position
As you said,
himself.
it's 1 year old.
But I wouldn't want to agree with that.
Yeah, sure.
When he came to Kenya and he was campaigning, he campaigned as a national leader.
Yeah.
He sat in a national office as a national leader,
Yeah.
as a deputy president.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's starting from ground when we say he's stemming from home, now heading outwards.
So for him, it's
he already
top
had
bottom.
Yes, it's top bottom. He already had it on top with the entire country.
Yeah.
That's why people are considering him a divisive leader, because now he's gearing things towards his local region.
Yeah. Sure.
When he was a national leader, it pained people a lot when he said the government is about shares and most shares should go to the mountain. You see,
Okay.
that's why he was, disappointing to most Kenyans with him now calling development only to Mount Kenya and him now being a kingpin within that region. Then he should then focus his own things around Mount Kenya and not expect a lot from the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Because if then he's a kingpin only to the Mount Kenya people, what does it stand for the coast?
Sure.
What does it stand for the northeastern?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And even as we talk about this entire, who is in power versus who is the opposition leader, there's something that I think Kenyans really like reveling. I think they revel in, which is politically, in terms of narrative and rhetoric, we are either usually fighting for something or fighting against something. And unfortunately, most times I feel we are usually against something, someone that does not represent what we are trying to achieve. And, listening to the speech that Rigiji was giving when Samuel Wawiru was announced the lead, now the winner, a lot of his speech was really flowered by, Ruto will not allow this. Ruto has done the other. Ruto, let this be a message to Ruto. And, of course, Kenyans will always make the most opportunity to make everything memeable. So many memes were going and flying around saying that Rigiji is the bitter ex that never really got over his... his lover and also his relationship as the former deputy president. So when you think about that in terms of like rhetoric and trying to understand him as a leader, you are trying to capture the state with power as a political leader as big as DCP for now, or at least that's the rhetoric that we are seeing. But then again, every opportunity that he gets, he always brings Ruto into the chat. It's like, let this be a message towards Ruto. What does that say about his leadership? Because when you're trying to rise up in your political influence, I don't think you need the backdrop of what you're coming from to communicate whatever it is that you want to communicate. So objectively, does it make sense for him to always be in juxtaposition between what he's doing versus what Ruto is doing? Or can he stand on his own? Hey.
His own.
Hey, ni nini leo?
Watu wa mlima wamekutembelea.
So can he stand on his own and politic on his own without necessarily having to involve the Kenya Kwanza government or Ruto? Anyone can take this.
Wakili can go first.
Wakilisha.
So acha niwakilishe. What I can say, we have seen Gachagua even saying he will only respond to Ruto. So he has deassociated himself from the rest. He say people like Murkomen watajibiwa na vijana wangu Medhu and some sort of that. So he is associating himself with the bigger person who is now Ruto, who is now the quotes the bigger fish to fry here. So I feel like that's why he is into Ruto so much, and because that's the only person that he is responding to. Yes.
I think my feeling will be every narrative, especially political narratives, is usually specifically, categorically tailored, intentionally to respond to something. And of course, Ruto being the flower of Gachagwa's speeches always, it's still a deliberate move. Whether it's because it's a fast-selling news, it's what's going to get people's attention the most, or it's what is going to give him relevance. But at the very same time, I can say there is very much need for us as Kenyans to learn that in every aspect of, elections and engagements that are political, we get to what is for us. With what we saw the Gen Zs go to the streets for, they told the opposition, please stay aside. This is not for you. You've done your part. For us, we are coming for our things as Kenyans, the things that speak to us. We want this. What is for us, not what is against so and so. But even in our translation to how we vote against. It's usually revenge voting, not transformative voting.
It's like hate watching.
It's hate watching.
That's the World Cup.
With what even happened with the Kalou. I mean, maybe the ODM candidate was the most qualified. Maybe the Jubilee candidate was the most qualified. But because it's revenge voting, tutawaonyesha. We ended up with the DCP candidate. Maybe he's also equally, I'm not saying he's not qualified, but how we vote even in 2022, it was all about revenge voting. And that's why we are even seeing people right now, two-termers saying, no, it's two-term ndo tuonyeshe wa Kikuyu. What's that? See? Are you voting now to transform the country or to revenge against the Kikuyu community? So it's very important that even in the work that we do, how we conduct our elections and how we vote for what we want. We vote for what is transformational, not to revenge. Though that's now the first selling news, that's why Gachagua is always relevant in the memes and so funny. Because Kindiki versus him will create the funniest of the videos.
For sure. He's easily sensationalized.
Very sensationalized. But still, we've seen that there is capacity, especially among young people, to make what is for us sensational as well.
That's right.
With what we did in 2024.
Yes. Can young people just move away from this voting against this and voting against the other? Do you think?
Well, it will take time and a lot of civic education.
Which is where you guys come in.
Yeah, and that's where we come in to tell you guys, now it's your chance. Let's dissociate ourselves from parties, from I don't know who. Let's be ourselves. We are the prize. The citizen, the people who are voting for the people, we are the prize. So tuache kuwekwa hapo in between ati sasa it is between Ruto and Gachagua, it's between Jubilee and UDA and DCP. No, let's us have the voice to power up and say whatever we want. My friend Devlins has put it so well that let us now vote for.
Let us vote for. In an ideal situation, what would we be voting for then? Because it's important for people to see and understand. You're telling us not to vote against corruption. You're telling us not to vote against abductions. Because, it's... I don't know that Kenyans know how to remove themselves from their experiences. And I think that's usually the problem. Like, it feels like it's too much to ask for from a Kenyan to remove themselves from the experiences that they are going through and kind of start seeing the bigger picture here.
I think it's because of the injustices Kenyans have faced for a very long time. From the colonial period to the Moi's era to the Kibaki's era to Uhuru's era. All those wounds and unhealed traumas 60 plus years after your independence are still grappling with how we think as a people, especially when it comes to politics. That's why we cannot put our experiences aside and vote or make decisions minus that experience. How sober can we vote for this? But as we are asking now, what do we vote for? When looking at a candidate, I think what to vote for is looking at their track records, voting for integrity minus corruption, voting for accountability minus overlooking things. Because come 2022, we did not vote for, we voted against, overlooking the aspect that this was an Hague criminal, overlooking that this is somebody who has been alleged tied to scandals and killings around this country.
Yeah.
And we have candidates now who have showed up,
Yeah.
who have no track records of corruption, of this and that. A good example is candidate Maraga, not a paid ad.
Sure.
Hello.
Not a paid ad.
But Maraga, through his track record
Yeah.
as a public officer, he showed what integrity looks like. He showed what accountability looks like.
Yeah.
Do you joke being the only CJ in the entire continent to ever nullify an election? That's a big burden to
big
carry.
deal,
And he
yeah.
was willing to go down the road for that.
Yeah.
Imagine what he can do when it comes to fighting corruption in this country.
Yeah.
But Kenyans, what do we vote for? The most popular, the most enticing, the one who has more money. We seem to be that lover who is after the goodies
Yeah.
than what love means to that relationship.
Yeah.
So that's what Kenyans should look for.
Look out for.
Yes.
If you were to sum this conversation up, would you say the biggest lesson then has been looking at the case of all Kalou by-elections, Mike?
Well,
Yeah.
the biggest lesson from all Kalou is that let's stop the struggles of even though, let me first go back to the against and all that.
Yeah.
I would say people need to rise up and now let's see and distinguish what is good, even though we haven't gotten to that point of saying this is what we want. We have a lot of trauma to now let it go. Let's first deal with cutting down all those bad things. That's why we are voting against. We're voting against the ICC suspect and all that because now we are now alert and now we know whatever it brings up to. And voting for people also with their track record. We can see now people coming with no track record. I don't know what Sammy Wawero was doing. Sammy Kamau was doing.
Yeah.
And now how do you put him with what his track record? So it's also something to weigh. I don't know how we are going to do that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna come up with something that to maybe check now his campaign. How did he do it?
Yeah.
Was there bribery? Was there? Did he follow due process? Was there this and this and this and that? So let's look at all those things and let's be alert. So my takeaway will be for us Kenya as we gear up for 2027, let each and every actor from you the voter, IBC, NPS, EACC, all those actors that are in election, let's do our job. You see, people like IBC would say the commission is so young, they have been 1 year down and they have been given the burden of decades and decades of years.
Yeah.
But that's not an excuse.
Yeah.
Let's do whatever is supposed to be done with integrity and conduct this with a free and fair election where a voter is not intimidated, is not bribed, and all that. You see, even you who is receiving bribes, you're supposed to be arrested. Actually, the law provides that you're supposed to be arrested.
Yeah.
And we see those things. Even the investigation, they should be fast.
Yeah.
Let's not wait until all this is done. You see, once there was bribery and then the candidate gets into power, IBC become factors official. They down their tools. They cannot now say anything. So the investigation to be fast and so that we can have clear minds and know whatever we are going into.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeremiah?
I think for me, the rest we will come across it at one point.
Yeah.
But picking from the example of Kalou, mine will be two things.
Okay.
we don't want to go back to where 207 was.
Oh no.
Let's speak peace. I'm very glad that a lot of media outlets have actually been putting ads in between their programs about peace. Because peace is what we ought to guard. Of course, it's state-sponsored terror, but we will not be intimidated. But you are my brother, you are my sister. Whichever tribe, whichever region, whichever candidate, we are still Kenyans.
Yeah.
So my message number 1 will be peace. And the last one will be let's guard the most powerful document on our land.
Yeah.
The Constitution. Every provision it has in there pertaining our right to vote, our right to choose leaders, let's be able to guard it. That will be my submission.
Also, before we move from, I've remembered something about whatever you said, preaching peace. I commented some time back in Adrian's Oluoch post. He was talking about the Goonism and all that. And I said, Kenya, peace, peace. And he responded with a very, very intellect message saying, now, with the people, it's not about us. The state is the one providing all this. They are the ones to combat this Goonism. Because if there's somebody out there, realistically, he has not eaten, he doesn't have all these things. People of all Kalou are waking up to go and take campaign money and coming up and going back at night with 3,000. Unatoka umevaa kofia unarudi na hiyo kofia ingine. Sharp boy doing his work. So I think itatoka from the leaders. Yes, so leaders, please, let's preach peace and stop sponsoring this Goonism. You know, we get to a point where we wonder where they are getting all this money. An MP who is paid, let's say 1 million, taxation imekatwa, it's 600k, but kwa church anatoa 20 million, 5 million, unatoa wapi that money? So let's also, the actors of those, investigate and tell us why is this happening. Yes.
Shout out to Fradina McKenna. I'm sure you guys are in the brotherhood. Is she a brother?
Yeah, she's a brother. Apparently she's the only lady in the brotherhood.
She's the only lady in the brotherhood.
Yes.
Kwani muna get keep hii brotherhood yenyu. Hamtaki
We are calling
tukue.
people actually.
Even me, I can be part of the
Join
brotherhood.
us. We will involve you.
Yes.
Please help me. Thank you so much, Fradina McKenna, who has also been on Power Radio before. Na kona swali hapa, nasema it's great to see Mike and Jeremiah on the panel. I also hope Kenyans will choose leaders based on values, on their values, ideas, and vision, not simply because of a party ticket or financial influence. And then anauliza, I'm not sure whether this has already come up, but I'd love for the guests to weigh in on the Elections Vulnerability Index, which ranks Kenya among the countries at high risk of election-related violence. What practical steps should Kenya take now to prevent such violence? It's that one that the Kofi Annan
report.
Yeah, the Kofi Annan report. Yeah, are you worried about it? Should we be worried? I am worried. Yeah.
And this time round, it's partly not even from the citizens, as Mike has said. Already Kenyans who are victims, even the graves of our loved ones who died in 2007, hazijamea hata nyasi juu. They are very fresh. So we know the effects of us killing one another and fighting one another. But where we are seeing states sent goons to our homes, that even a baby will be killed in their parents' sitting room. That's what's worrying. But the practical steps for us to not get there, speaking the message of peace among one another. The IEBC being deliberate, you don't want it tucking its head down by saying, we are going to cancel the elections. What does the Election Act say? If a candidate is presumed to cause violence, deter voters and so on, speak conflict, cancelled off the elections. So whether it will be the president all the way to the MCA, we need to see those people brought to accounts, arrested, removed from the ballot, and taken into account for their remarks or their acts. Number 3 is for us continuously educating our people that vijana tusitumike vibaya kunje. We've not seen girls out there as goons. Actually, it's a boy child.
Can you imagine a baddie?
Imagine a baddie being a goon. With a Nilsa, iPhone and KFC
oh my God.
and Uber. Yeah,
Just imagine.
Definitely.
Oh, wow.
But it's the boy who is at the surge of such atrocities to be misused by the electorate.
Yeah.
So let's speak to our boys in our informal settlements, kule Ushago, even in the urban cities. They are being used.
Yeah.
Ati kuna mboka imetokea Mwesha ametuita twende tuchachishe 1 2 3 place.
Yeah.
You can imagine
Yeah.
that. So being able to educate these young people that Mwesha kikuja tunamwambia stories.
Yeah, stories.
Hatudai.
Like Fikirini Jacobs, we saw the other day, Cecil Ouma was
Imagine
killed in a
that.
rally because why? Goons. Yeah, it's
very sad.
it's very sad. It's unfortunate. All right, we unfortunately have come to the end of our show. Can you believe
It
that?
was so lovely.
It was amazing. Parting shot, finally,
Yeah.
guys. Start with you.
You know, we only talk about peace when people decide to defend themselves against violence. But we don't talk about peace when the government start the violence. And that should be the point. Government, we are supposed to remind people that, hey, this Kofi Annan Foundation report, we are not supposed to take it for granted.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a light thing, and remind people of whatever happened in 2007. It should not come back again, because that's so sad. Mothers were widowed, children were orphaned, and all that was happening. So let's not get back to this. And it's, I don't know if it's a coincidence, it's coming back when Ruto is still in office, vying again.
Yeah.
So I don't know
what
is that. So peace.
Where do we go from here?
My part in short will be this verse from Eric Wenenai's song. Naishi natumaini najitolea daima Mkenya, daima mimi Mkenya, mwananchi mzalendo. Je, wewe
Waimbi. Hey, kumbe wewe ni muimbi
kabisa.
Mnisa.
Iko wapi mic?
Unauliza ndio hiyo mic. In fact utatuimbia national anthem tukimaliza hisho.
Sawa.
You are the one who is going to usher us
Ni
out
wewe.
of the show. But oh my goodness, gentlemen, it has been absolutely incredible having you guys come on and share your insights. So finally, again, just remind the people, where can they find you and your organizations? How do they keep in touch? What are the things that you guys are working on? This is your camera. Let's go.
Wakilisha Hub, all platforms. Wakilisha Hub on IG, Wakilisha Hub on Facebook, Wakilisha Hub everywhere. Yeah, bado hatujaingia LinkedIn, but today we are. See you there.
Unaingia LinkedIn leo?
No, ya Wakilisha Hub.
Ya Wakilisha Hub.
Lakini kama wewe Mike wakupata wapi?
Oh, personally, Mike Duncan. Mike DK at Instagram. Well, na hizo zingine tu utanipata ukiandika Mike Duncan.
Hizo zingine ni gani?
Facebook, LinkedIn. Jamani, sijafanya hii mbeleni.
Thought about his life is like, should I give them my only fan?
Sina hiyo.
Utaki wakirusha DM?
No, I'm kidding.
Of course.
Anyways, it has been amazing.
Thank
But
you for
Mike
coming.
Duncan everywhere.
All right. Awesome.
Lovely. An amazing lawyer. Today.
Na wakili.
Wakili.
Anawakilisha. No.
Very well. To find us is Emezana across all platforms at S_Emezana.
Yeah.
On Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube.
Yeah.
My account, you'll find me at IAM_Devlins on Instagram, on TikTok, on LinkedIn at Jeremiah Muuo Jonathan. Yeah, let's connect. Mrushe DMs huko.
Ndio?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Kabisa.
Umesema Katiba Hangout Virtual ni lini?
Katiba Hangout Virtual is on the 30th of July.
Okay.
Poster will be out this week.
Okay.
And for our Hangout, you see, we have manuals. For our Hangout is coming on the 28th, 29th, Saturday.
Yeah.
The venue will also come out with a poster.
Okay.
So start getting your tickets on time once it's out.
All right.
So that year is called Hanging.
Hey.
For that is a Katiba hanging.
The Katiba hanging.
Yes.
Okay. No, I love that. Incredible. Oh, thank you so much, Mike. Thank you so much, Jeremiah.
Anytime.
And thank you to all our audience members, our viewers. Thank you so much for spending your Monday morning with us. So, of course, special shout out to Fradina McKenna, who was tuned tuned in. Ninawaona huku munatuma mnachachisha tu comments huku na kule. It's really amazing. Thank you so much for the people that have tuned in, and we will do this again on Wednesday from 8 all the way till 10 in the AM. But before I let you go, I have to tell you what you should expect on today's show, which is Shiversation. So do please catch Miss Kimberly Sandra. She comes in at 11 AM with Shiversations. For Magaldem Nini, that is definitely where you need to be. And mimi sina la ziada. It's been incredible. We will see you on Wednesday. Bye for now. Tuimbie wimbo yako wewe. Tuimbie national anthem.
National anthem.
Yes, you're ushering us out.
I got you. Today is a Monday.
Yes. Yeah.
E Mungu nguvu yetu, ilete baraka kwetu, haki iwe ngao na mlinzi, na tukae na undugu, amani na uhuru, raha tupate na ustawi.
Amazing. That's it. Where else do you get people singing for you the national anthem? Can only happen on Power Radio. Can only happen with Jeremiah and Mike Duncan. Can only happen on the Power Morning Drive Show. We out. Pow, pow, pow.
Ni fahari yetu, undugu ndio nguvu, chuki na ukabila hatutaki hata kamwe. Lazima tuungane, tuijenge nchi yetu, pasiwe hata moja anayetenganisha. Naishi na tumaini, najitolea daima Kenya. Hakika ya bendera ni uthabiti wangu, nyeusi ya wananchi na nyekundu ni ya damu, kijani ni ya ardhi, nyeupe ya amani. Daima mimi Mkenya, mwananchi mzalendo. Kwa uchungu na mateso, kwa vilio na huzuni, tulinyakuliwa uhuru na mashujaa wa zamani. Hawakushtushwa na risasi au kufungwa gerezani, nia yao ukombozi, kuvunja pingu za ukoloni. Naishi na tumaini, najitolea daima Kenya. Hakika ya bendera ni uthabiti wangu, nyeusi ya wananchi na nyekundu ni ya damu, kijani ni ya ardhi, nyeupe ya amani. Daima mimi Mkenya, mwananchi mzalendo. Wajibu wetu ni kuishi kwa upendo, kutoka ziwa mpaka pwani, kaskazini na kusini. amani daima. Mimi Mkenya, mwananchi mzalendo.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.